started happening. But when I look back, what kind of changes as a teacher we have adopted, and the pace at which our students are adopting the technology, are we able to match their pace? That's the first question that came to my mind when I heard the topic, and also got to know that I would have to moderate the session. So with that question, very happy to be here among such luminaries and educationists who are the stalwarts in their own specializations and the field of education. So thank you so much for being here today for the panel discussion. And yes, without ado, a big congratulations and a big thank you to Professor Bholanath Datta sir for always steering this initiative of the World Education Summit. So I remember somewhere, maybe right, 2009, that where there was a plan to establish the MTC Global, and Bholanath Datta sir gave me this opportunity to be the founding member of the organization. I can definitely say I'm really not sure whether if I was able to play a really active role, but something which I really admire is the way he has continued with his passion to transform the education and bring those challenges in front of the entire people of academia and deliberate on them. And from these such summits, you're able to take the action plan back to our institutions. So you have that inspiration and motivated Datta sir. So thank you so much for keeping the spirit high and keeping the torch, be the torch bearer of the education in Karnataka, in India. For the theme, Eduvolution 2050, Shaping the Future of Teaching and Learning, I have some opening thoughts. I hope I will be able to communicate with those few sentences what is that we may be going to discuss, or how it is going to shape up in the coming decades. Though it has already started happening, but still we are predicting by 2050, teachers won't need to take attendance anymore. AI will just scan each and every student in the room and will know who is there. Now the only problem which may happen, AI may still mispronounce your name. In 2050, teachers won't grade your answer sheets anymore or assignments anymore. AI will handle that. But don't worry, students will still be saying, the robot hates me. Sometimes I hear this sentence from my daughter as well. She comes back and says, I think my teacher hates me. No, that doesn't really mean in that sense, but the idea is something which happens inside the classroom. In the future, students won't need to ask, will this be on the test? They will just ask AI to take the test for them. I'm just imagining if that happens. Because our students are very smart, and somewhere they have already started using the tools which we have been discussing since morning. And the last one here, by 2050, classrooms will be fully virtual, but let's be honest, students will still find a way to mute the teacher. So these are few of the changes which we're expecting, which may be real, when you're sitting in those classrooms, which may be virtual, which may be hybrid. Right? So our challenge is not only to anticipate the challenges, which may happen when we say that AI is going to support or lead the teaching learning process of future. Right? But then, will it be able to address the issues which still exist? How are we going to take care of those issues which may be in the area of quality, equity, sustainability in education for future generations? So the choices that we make today, or we have already made, is going to define the success of tomorrow. So what I see this as, that it's just not about that what are the tools you're going to adopt to shape the future of teaching and learning, but it's more about the transformation. Transformation of the mindset to adopt these technologies, and equally from both the sides, the teachers and the learners. So this has to happen in the equal wavelength. So without getting much more into detail of this, but to quickly start the panel discussion and hear from all the illuminaries here, I will just leave certain questions here on the challenges which may get addressed when we are discussing in the panel. One of the most prominent challenge that I see as the technology integration and the digital divide. I still remember during the COVID time, right? Though in the cities most of the institutions claimed very proudly that we're able to turn online and we're doing classes through Zoom, and there's a time I think Zoom picked up. People knew what Zoom is, others before that I never heard of that tool. Right? So, but what about the schools, the colleges, which are still in those interiors, natives and rural areas of India? Do we foresee that in next 25 years, or 24 plus 26, right? In next 20 years, we'll be able to bridge this digital divide? That's my first question here. The second is redefining the teacher's role. A lot is already happening now. How a teacher will evolve in the next 26 years when we talk about the future of teaching, learning with the help of all these latest tools, AI, etc. Balancing personalization and standardization. I think one very big talk about how AI is shaping up the education is that education will become more personalized. It will become more adaptive in nature, right? But then how do you assess, evaluate? How do you bring in standardization with personalization is going to be another big challenge in front of the education institutions. Next is lifelong learning and upskilling. You can see so many programs starting from Harvard to the multiple edtech firms in this sector which are talking about this, that we are providing you the solutions for continuous learning and upskilling. How this is going to shape up. Whether institution would need to go much more beyond the traditional programs they are offering. Another challenge which we already have spoken about, ethical use of these technologies, the AI and the data privacy. What happens to mental health and emotional well-being? I am not pointing out here, but I have seen the people who are all the time on the systems. Sometimes when I have faced that when you are continuously, regularly for multiple days, months sitting in the same place on the system, you develop some health issues. So it starts from a physical health and goes to the mental health. So we as the teachers, we as the facilitators, are we going to go more into this area as well? Because our students would be all the time with the technology. Now how are we going to address this emotional aspect, this mental well-being, this physical well-being of ours and our students? I think I see that as another big challenge which is already emerging. And then global collaborations, sustainability and climate education, and then curriculum flexibility and adaptability. We're talking about the globe today. We're talking about that AI is going to spearhead all the education initiatives, right? So how do we address the challenge of our curriculum being either standardized or personalized at the global level? And then comes the last, which is interdisciplinary learning. Our NLP is already talking about this, right? But then what is this industry expecting from us? Are they expecting us to be more specialized, our students to be more specialized, or are they expecting that our student can be jack of all trades? So with these few challenges which may come across, which may need to address, let's start the panel discussion.